if you've been following me for a while, I used to make videos from the promenade with my dog, Super Dog, when I used to walk. And today I'm with the Bean, who's my neighbor's dog, who I love so much. Yesterday we recorded a podcast called Making Peace with Complexity. And I think that it's a topic that's very high in my brain and something that I think was actually a really great podcast. And there was two things that we wanted to cover. And I wanted to just take you through them here because I think they could be really helpful. The first thing is that the layers of complexity that we are dealing with right now as human beings, where every aspect of our lives is being upended and turned. If you think about cryptocurrencies, if you think about biotech, if you think about international space stations, if you think about, just name it. I mean, just every education, patriarchy, politics, socioeconomic systems, the house of cards that the dollar is. It's just all of it. So there's two things that we need to take into consideration. One, it's an incredibly difficult time for everybody. We need emotional releases. We need to go somewhere where we can cry and we can laugh and we can be a teenager again, to release all the pressure that's been compounding. And this really became obvious for me when I was with my friends this weekend, where we were all sitting around having a laugh, having a great time, and then all of a sudden we all started crying. It was the weirdest thing. I'd never been in a situation like that where my friends and I cried in a group. And it was just an expression of the incredible pressure that we're all under. And I think to become aware of that, to create the space to be able to deal with it, is really, really necessary and profound in its ability to give clarity into next steps. Second thing is we've got to realize that complexity is here to stay. And if anything, complexity is going to get even more complex as we start moving over the next few years. The strangeness, the wilderness that we'll be in of not understanding things is going to become more and more and more apparent to us. So what we have to start doing is becoming okay with complexity, making peace with complexity so that we can engage with this new information while releasing emotional turmoil, so that we can have this ease towards newness, even though our brains don't like it. And even though our brains hurt when we engage with so much new information, if we're not doing that, if we don't have release valves, we're going to be a mess. And I think all of us are kind of a mess. You know, there's emotional stuff going on, newness going on, insecurity, uncertainty, lack of security. All of these things are going on for everybody. So find a release valve, find a space, a professional, a group of friends, whatever it is that you can connect with and release those emotions. And two, make peace with complexity. It's here to stay, and in fact, it's compounding and becoming exponential. Anyway, from Cape Town, ciao. And listen to the podcast. That was the whole point of the video. I forgot. The podcast comes out next week, Monday. Making Peace with Complexity, the Expansive podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. Ciao.